You got a horse in this race.
Wow.
You have a horse in this race. And I think anybody who's been through any type of situation is gonna be on guard for anything. All I'm saying is...
You both do, though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
You both do.
Both of them got a partial...
You both.
And I got a horse.
Hold on. I don't even call it a trigger. There's an honest, earned bias on both your sides due to what you've been through, which the funny part is, when you asked the question earlier, why are we so good at destroying each other? And he asked the question on the other side of the coin. The funny part is, it's the same answer for both questions, because we're both familiar with the evil that people are capable of. Yeah. That's why he can see it from his
Deep
side.
words.
That's why
Those
you can see it
words.
from your side. Once you're aware. I used to watch. It's funny, fucked up. I used to watch Scooby-Doo with my father.
Right.
I can't remember when, but one time I was always trying to get him to watch it with me. Like, just watch, because I never knew who the monster was going to be at the end. And I was like, Dad, did you see that? Did you see that? And he got tired of me. And he said, son, the monsters are always human.
Wow.
The monsters are always human. I don't need to watch it. The monster is always going to be human.
And it's always somebody that you know.
Always going to be human.
Wow.
The people that hurt you the most is the ones that's supposed to love you.
Wow.
And see, this is what hurts the most, because it's like I said, again, I have a family member that was just accused of touching his own stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Homegirl, 17 years old, got on camera and said, that ain't what happened. The son was like, nah, he's a good father. We just don't like him. So I understand how women can play.
And why man feels the way he does.
But
it's two different ends of the spectrum.
There is a certain pain of a victim that you can smell. And there is a certain aura of a predator that comes off. You can see and smell the predator all over Polite.
Like how they say you never forget a dead body.
I can. Because listen, everybody have a gift. You might have a gift where you can sit up there and say, yo, oh shit. We in the spot. It's about to be a robbery. They about to rob the spot. Let's get up out of here. Nobody else might not see that. I have a sniff and detect. I can detect predators. Polite gives off the aura. Polite was raised. He has an infatuation with Dr. York, a nigga he never met, who he knows is a pedophile. In jail, Dr. York copped out because he didn't want to lose his legacy. He didn't want them to tell everybody that all of the kids that he slept with, he gave herpes, so he copped out.
Wow.
And Nuwapians all over the world are still fighting, saying that they drugged him, they made him say that. His DNA evidence, he gave them children herpes. And the brother name is Tariq, that, by the way, came back to me, that Polite was talking to when I'm going to show you this video. Matter of fact, it might be in my drive. Even if.
I hear you. But why?
He raped 1,000 people, he would still be my God. If you raped anybody and I found out that you raped somebody,
it's quiet.
It's quiet for you. And I'm so conniving that if you rape somebody and we in a dark alley and I know there's no cameras and I think I could get away with it, you're dead.
There you go.
You're dead.
There you
like,
go.
see me, I come up and like, I'm a little sick. I am a little off when it comes to certain shit. I feel like that, and it's not even that I'm sick and off. I personally feel like we should stop waiting for massa to clean up the community. If you rape a kid,
we handle that.
No, we don't beat you up, my nigga. Because beating you up ain't gonna make the cravings of what you like in that child go away.
But here's the crazy thing. If we gonna hold court, let's hold court. Let's not just read headlines and decide who people are.
You got a point.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the dangerous thing about society right now. Somebody could say something about you,
and it's so
And you know how thirsty these blogger niggas be.
It could go viral.
They did it.
You know how
Did you see the
thirsty
video
they
with the
be.
white boy?
They'll jump over.
They got a white
My
boy.
nigga, it's like tossing a steak to a bunch of hungry fucking dogs.
Mass,
Yeah,
they did it to me.
They'll just
They got the dudes,
and you know
dudes
what?
in
It's
Virginia
real because
got a white boy to
It's
say
so
I raped
real.
him in Virginia.
I have tested
like,
it
come
out.
on.
I have did certain things over the years, like testing Instagram, just testing things, marketing things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I have thrown certain things out just to see, and shit has gone viral. You understand what I'm saying? That people just run with things. It's true. It's true.
And here's the thing.
Certain
They'll
things you
hear
have to
the negative or initially, but they never go to check if the shit was real.
Yeah.
Men
Even hardly ever go back to see.
Men live
Whatever
under the
happened to that?
suspicion
It just
and guilt,
goes away.
period.
To the next thing comes.
It just becomes
It becomes a part of your
Matt,
resume.
you
It
know what
don't
scares
go
me
away.
about this
It becomes a part
conversation,
of your
though?
resume.
Nah, yeah, you're right.
What scares me about this conversation is you have two lawyers, the DEA and the defendant and the court, right? It's scary because these arguments is what break kids in the court and what get so many dudes off. Because of these arguments, the kids being cross-examined, the parents being put under scrutiny. The reality of it is, when I say one out of three, most of the females I know have been raped. No justice.
Right.
Everybody has the family predator, pedophile, that has never been brought to any justice.
Wow.
And then as soon as we start having conversations about the ones, especially like Polite, that have his DNA in the child's mouth and on her clothing, and it's still, we gotta wait.
Come on.
And hold on. And then we still.
He's just gonna make sure he drop that home.
But you know what though? Like, see, because the evidence is there. One thing that's Trump, he got on the internet, you lying, conniving son of a bitch, and told people that they dropped the charges. No, they dropped one charge and added other charges because you didn't penetrate her. So they charged you with molestation, which is no different from rape. Rape is just a different form. Rape means you penetrated. So you in court, there's language. When you're dealing in court, there's language. So under language, they had to drop the rape because it meant you penetrated. But it didn't mean you ejaculating on her clothing, in her hair, in her mouth was a lesser charge. It means that it's a different type of charge in language. So now he still has a court
There was
case.
somebody talking like this about the Central Park 5.
They're mad different situations. Like,
There was somebody talking like this
Mad
about the Central Park 5. There was police officers that framed them brothers, and we know that's the history of what whites did to us. But the one thing that we're not gonna let you
And
get
it's the
away
one
with
thing
trying
that
to
we
save
learned
this nigga is
the
that
most.
there's court images too. And it's medical documents showing her blood with drugs in her blood at 12 years old, her leaving the hotel, her leaving the hotel.
I hear all of y'all.
And that's still not good
But
enough?
Can we just let the fucking court do what they do?
Of course.
that's the problem.
They're gonna do what they do anyway.
Can we just
This
do
is
that,
just
man?
opinion.
Now, let me ask you a
Just do
question.
that, man.
Let me ask you a question.
This is just opinion.
So what if the mother get tired,
always say.
right? Just like in the same situation with Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne gets on the radio.
Yeah.
And he tells a story about how he did the same thing to Jessica Reed. He tells the story on the radio, and the dude that's talking to him says, Charlemagne, this sounds like rape. So Charlemagne says, nah, he drugged her. Talking about he gave her Spanish fly, but Spanish fly don't knock you out.
Yeah.
So he put something in the girls that incapacitated her, so she lost her memory. Then he said how he opened up the door and let all her friends look at her, and she asked him, well, did they fuck? He was like, nah, they just looked, they ain't fuck. This is a conversation. Meanwhile, this whole story that he's telling on the radio is exactly what happened to Jessica Reed, the girl that got raped. And then he tells a story on the radio about how him being with his wife, when he first slept with his wife, she didn't give it to him. He got her incapacitated and took it. She didn't want to have sex and she got married.
She was okay. She married him.
She married him. But even still, you don't see the pattern of a sick nigga.
But the bottom line, she did say that the first
She
time they had
married
sex,
him.
he drugged her.
She married
They
him.
were both drunk.
They were drunk.
Yeah.
She married
Drunk.
him.
And
She
but
married
listen,
Y'all
look at the.
both drunk.
See, now y'all thinking for her.
Matt,
Now y'all thinking
Matt,
for
let me
her.
ask you a
Like,
question.
how we doing
Matt,
this, bro? How we doing
if a
this?
woman make a verbal
Who
contract,
want to have sex
If
with
a
a woman
woman-
that's not conscious?
I'm
bro?
not
He
having-
did,
listen,
and she
That's
liked
some
it,
crazy-
so they got married.
I'm not
Right.
having- listen,
Time out.
I'm not
The
having-
white
listen,
man in
no
this
cap.
room
If I
wanna
had
have
sex- listen,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
a
yeah.
It don't
unconscious
matter
man.
in this room. There's niggas out there.
Like, those are the weirdos.
Yes.
And we got
This
identified.
world is full of
And we got identified.
Have we not figured this out
Keep
yet?
them away from our
Have we
children.
not figured this out yet?
We got
The world is
identified
full
them
of fucking
and keep them
weirdos,
away
bro.
from the baby.
Yo.
Yo.
You know what I'm
This-
saying? You want to have sex with a woman unconscious, you a little bit over there.
You know what a necrophiliac is?
Over there.
Oh,
Somebody
Jesus
that's
Christ.
like-
There we go.
Necrophiliac
What's
is?
happening here?
Yeah, we
You know what a
started.
Jesus,
but do you know,
Jojo.
like, there's a reason why that word is in
Thank
the
you.
dictionary,
Thank
right?
you. It's right. Jesus Christ.
Yo,
This
man,
nigga
there's
crazy.
weirdos everywhere, man.
well, I tell you what, right? Here's the rules, right? Especially if you a dude that got integrity. If I never slept with you, I know that it's a dangerous thin line for me to go that far. There's females that I've
Facts.
been with, that I've been in a relationship with in my younger days, that we done kissed and did everything I never slept with. And I knew I couldn't cross that line. When a female goes to sleep and alcohol knocks her out, if you never slept with her, you are crossing a fine line. And when you get on the radio,
that is a fact.
you are
However, he
crossing a
crossed that
fine line.
And she married him.
She married him, but it gives a pattern. See, it caught.
Okay.
But listen,
But it does give a,
it gives
does
a
give
pattern. And in his pattern, the women and what he brags about on the radio is getting them incapacitated and sleeping with them. In Jessica Reed's story, he got her incapacitated. He took an underage girl to a party, gave them drinks, whatever they put in them, had them throwing up. Dudes were sleeping with girls that had vomit all over them.
Oh, Jesus. Jojo,
And them
Casey,
girls
and
went
Mary.
straight from that party to the hospital.
Disgusting.
Straight from the party to the hospital.
The next morning.
Well, her girlfriend.
The next morning.
Her girlfriend.
Because I definitely followed up on that too.
The girlfriend
It was the
on
next.
point.
Yeah, the girlfriend was on
morning.
point.
Listen,
It was
Did the
the
statute of
next
limitations run out on that?
morning.
That's why he got
was
away?
the mother didn't push.
The mother.
The mother fumbled the case for the daughter.
Yeah.
But the pain never goes away.
Yeah. The daughter's gonna be.
And to hear him on the radio, marking what he did to her, but acting like it was another girl, set her on fire. Because he brought the same story up that just so happened to her. And just like Tasha K said, this is the lesser charge nigga. He got lucky by copping out to a lesser charge. He copped out to a lesser charge.
And
he
here
copped
comes my
out.
bias. Here comes my bias. Because Tasha K had to take down her story on me. You feel what I'm saying?
I didn't know she did a story on you.
Nasty.
Wow.
Nasty work. Nasty
Wow.
work, bro. Let's let the courts do what the fuck they do, bro.
Nope.
Because I'm tired of this
We
shit.
also hold court too, because if the courts fail us, and in many cases the courts do fail, and these niggas come back into our community, then there's another child, and it's the mother did it too. Then there's another child. So at some point in time, we gotta stop looking for the system to solve our problems. Just like, for example, right, with all these killings going on in the hood, and that's gonna be part 2, because we ain't even get into that. We gonna wait for the courts to go get our nephews? Where's all the fathers at?
Absolutely.
And that's the bottom line. Parents. Everything that we discussed tonight revolves around missing parents. Parents not being responsible when it comes to their kids.
In tune.
You're not gonna make that mistake. I'm not gonna make that mistake. And hopefully the people that's watching, y'all not gonna make that mistake. So we don't have to hear about this type of shit.
That's how we break the cycle.
That's how you break the cycle.
It take a village
Be
to raise
the
a child,
fucking
so all of us
parent.
gotta
Be the
parents
parent.
for all of
Right.
these kids, so.
Be the parents.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Scratch a baby mama thirst, you heard? Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf, you heard?